This is We Are All Evangelizers and whatever else is on Deacon Eric's mind. I'm Deacon Eric, and what's on my mind today is the rock and the angel. When some people hear the words Peter and Paul, they start smacking their lips and singing along to an old commercial tune. Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. This, of course, refers to the Peter and Paul candy bars Mounds and Almond Joy, which are in the love 'em or hate 'em category, actually, for candy bars because they're full of coconut, and that's not everybody's cup of tea. And though most of us have enjoyed a candy bar or two in our lifetime, perhaps a Peter and Paul Mounds or Almond Joy even, we are not celebrating candy today, but rather the saints, Peter and Paul. Specifically, we are celebrating the solemnity of St. Peter and St. Paul. Their stories started quite differently, but they ended the same, martyrdom in Rome. Each of these saints has his own special feast days throughout the year, but the Church takes this day to honor them together as apostles to the world. Peter was known as the apostle to the Jews. He, of course, grew up Jewish and was witness to the entire ministry of Jesus. He was able to take what he saw and experienced and relate it to the Jewish community in a way that helped show them that Jesus was a fulfillment of sacred scripture, what we now know as the Old Testament. Paul, meanwhile, was a faithful Jew who heard what Peter and the other apostles were preaching and conversely sought to end what he saw as heresy. Remember, he was standing right there in affirmation when the first deacon, Stephen, was stoned to death. Paul's conversion story is well known, and he became a leader in the way, as the followers of Christ were first called, and eventually became known as the apostle to the Gentiles. What we get from our readings today about these two history changers is that we can be flawed, we can make mistakes, we can even start out on the wrong path, but we can always find our way to heaven. Peter made several mistakes, such as denying Jesus 3 times in the garden, and in today's gospel, Jesus declared that Peter was the rock on whom he would build his church. Just a few verses later, he was rebuked by Jesus, told to "Get behind me, Satan," when he challenged some of Jesus' words. Yet in one of our readings today, Jesus sent the angel to free him from prison. Paul, as mentioned, started off on the wrong path and was knocked down on his way to Damascus. The Lord got his attention, and Paul became a master evangelist who withstood a great number of obstacles to finish his race, as he told his friend Timothy in a letter we read today. That is, if you consider 3 shipwrecks and 3 imprisonments to be obstacles. So next time we hear of Peter and Paul, remember the accomplishments of these 2 great men of faith, and not a candy bar. This is We Are All Evangelizers. I'm Deacon Eric, and that's what's on my mind today.